Your kidneys might be silently failing, and you might not even know it. This isn't fear-mongering, it's a harsh reality happening all around us. Friends, did you know that according to the latest health surveys in the United States, roughly 1 in 7 adults has chronic kidney disease (CKD). But here's the truly alarming part: more than 90% of those people are completely unaware that their kidneys are slowly failing. Are you watching this video and can say with 100% certainty that you're not one of those unaware individuals? We often hear the term dialysis, and it feels heavy, like something far removed from our lives. But the truth is, kidney failure is like a silent predator lurking in the bodies of everyday people, waiting to strike with a devastating blow. Once you reach the point of needing dialysis, your life changes forever. 3 times a week, for 4 hours each time, your life is no longer about vacations, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. Instead, you're tethered to a cold hospital bed, watching your blood circulate outside your body, filtered by a machine, and returned to your weakened system. This isn't just a physical ordeal, it's a massive hit to your finances, your family, and your overall well-being. It's a battle with no end in sight. So many people end up here because they ignored the subtle early warning signs that their bodies were sending. In this video, I'm going to expose the 10 crucial SOS signals your precious kidneys desperately send before they completely shut down. I'll also debunk 3 common myths circulating online and among friends and family. Myths that sound reasonable, but are actually accelerating your journey toward kidney failure. Finally, I'll share a set of golden rules that even nephrologists' kidney doctors follow themselves. Steps you can take to effectively slow down kidney function decline and improve kidney health. Please watch this entire video. It could be the most important insurance policy you and your loved ones ever have against the fate of dialysis. Before we dive in, if you care about your health, please click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. If you're watching this and it resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If you're dealing with similar health issues, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Many people find it strange that kidney disease is so dangerous, yet so easily overlooked. The answer lies in one word: silence. That's what makes it so sinister. Our kidneys are incredibly resilient and tolerant. I like to compare them to diligent, never-complaining employees. Unlike your heart, which sends immediate warnings with chest pain and palpitations when there's a problem, or your liver, which signals issues with yellowing skin and eyes that others can easily see. The kidneys work differently. They possess an astonishing ability to compensate. Let me explain this more clearly. Even if your kidneys have silently suffered damage and lost 30%, 40%, or even half of their function due to years of high blood pressure, diabetes, or unhealthy habits, you might not feel any different. The remaining healthy portion kicks into overdrive, taking on the workload of their damaged counterparts. They not only work overtime, but also burn themselves out, draining their last bit of energy to keep the body running smoothly. As the boss, you only see that the daily reports are normal and that your energy levels seem okay. You fail to notice that this loyal employee is exhausted, on the brink of collapse. This is the kidney's most deceptive trick. This disheartening silence completely lulls us into a false sense of security. Until one day, the remaining kidney units, overworked for too long, begin to fail. The entire kidney system collapses with only 10–15% of its function remaining. At this point, severe symptoms like nausea, vomiting, swelling, and difficulty breathing explode like a volcano. But by then, doctors can only do so much. You're often facing the path we dread most: dialysis or a kidney transplant. That's why the medical community calls chronic kidney disease the silent killer. It stealthily undermines our health defenses without a sound. Especially in North America, where chronic disease is so prevalent, we absolutely cannot be complacent. This is not just a health issue, it's a massive economic and social burden that can devastate entire families. So, facing this cunning silent killer, are we helpless? Are we forced to just wait for the worst? Of course not. Scientists and doctors have pointed the way. The only effective defense is to be proactive, especially if you're over 40 or have high blood pressure, diabetes, gout, or a family history of kidney disease. You're at high risk. Remember, at this stage, your vague feelings are not enough. You need regular screenings with documented results. It's not a hassle. A simple blood and urine test costing just a few bucks can clearly show whether your kidneys are working overtime. Specifically, that means a blood test to check your creatinine levels and eGFR, estimated glomerular filtration rate, along with a urine test to check for protein. Besides those regular checkups, our bodies do attempt to send out subtle alarms. Those signals are often dismissed as just getting older or just being tired. Let's sharpen our senses, listen to our kidneys, and learn to understand their SOS calls. Now focus all your attention and listen carefully. I'm going to count down from number 10 and reveal the 10 most common warning signs of kidney failure. I strongly recommend that you grab a pen and paper and honestly assess how many of these apply to you or your loved ones. Especially pay attention to the top signal. Almost everyone might encounter it, but 99% misinterpret it and miss the best opportunity to protect their kidneys. 10. Frequent nighttime urination. Nocturia. Many older adults think it's normal to get up 2 or 3 times a night to urinate. But be alert, if this is a new or worsening trend, it could be a sign that your kidney's ability to concentrate urine is declining. The body can't hold water overnight as effectively, so it triggers the urination process. It's like having an invisible alarm clock wake you up every few hours. 9. Lower back pain. When we hear kidney, many of us think of our lower back, but most back pain stems from muscle fascia or bone issues. Kidney pain is located higher around the upper part of your lower back, close to the bottom of your ribs. It's usually a deep, dull ache, not a sharp stabbing pain. It's not the kind of soreness from lifting heavy objects or sleeping awkwardly, but a deep ache that doesn't go away with medicine or massage. If you haven't been doing anything strenuous, but still feel this pain, be concerned. 8. Urine-like breath. Although unusual, this symptom is a very strong indicator. As kidney function worsens, the nitrogen-containing waste products, such as urea nitrogen, build up in the blood when they can't be eliminated through urine. Some of this waste escapes through the respiratory system, creating breath that smells of ammonia, like urine. You might not notice the odor yourself, but family or friends might say, "Your breath smells funny." 7. Itchy skin. This is another result of excess toxins. Excess phosphorus ions and uremic toxins accumulate in the body and can't be removed, so they settle under the skin, continuously irritating our nerve endings. This causes a systemic stubborn itching. This itch is totally different from regular allergies or insect bites. It feels like it's coming from the bone, and no amount of scratching helps, and even medicated creams have little effect because the problem lies inside of you. 6. Nausea, vomiting, and loss of appetite. Uremic toxins are again the culprit. Accumulated toxins severely irritate the gastrointestinal system, causing you to feel nauseous and have no appetite. The foods you normally love, such as barbecued ribs or fried chicken, look greasy, and you can't stomach them. Many people think they have a simple stomach bug or indigestion, buy some antacids at the drugstore, and miss the opportunity to get treatment. 5. Fatigue. This is so common that it's easily missed. Note that this isn't normal fatigue that goes away after a good night's sleep. This is a persistent, deep sense of fatigue, as if your body is weighed down with lead. You find it difficult to do anything and feel tired even from just taking a walk. This happens because declining kidney function disrupts energy metabolism and prevents the removal of toxins that cause fatigue. 4. Anemia. Do you often feel dizzy or lightheaded? Or does the world spin when you stand up from the couch? Do you have to hold onto a wall for a few seconds to steady yourself? When you look in the mirror, does your face look pale and bloodless? Many people think they're just deficient and try to load up on iron supplements. But you might be missing the real problem. It might be that your kidneys aren't functioning properly. Our kidneys produce a crucial hormone called erythropoietin EPO. It's the commander telling the bone marrow to create red blood cells. If the commander is broken, the orders don't get sent, and the bone marrow doesn't produce enough. That's renal anemia. 3. High blood pressure. Especially the kind that doctors struggle to control. Stubborn hypertension. You take your blood pressure meds every day, eat a low-fat, low-sodium diet, but your blood pressure is still as uncontrollable as a wild horse and getting higher. The reason might be your kidneys. The kidneys are a central organ for regulating blood pressure. If they're damaged, the body's blood pressure control mechanisms are disrupted. In practice, so many kidney disease patients are first discovered in hypertension clinics by experienced doctors. 2. Swelling edema. This is a classic and easily noticeable sign. The kidneys are like the body's drainage system. If the system is blocked, water builds up in body tissues. This most commonly happens in the eyelids. Many people notice puffy eyelids in the morning, like goldfish eyes. The ankles and lower legs also swell. Try this simple test. Press your finger firmly on the skin on your lower leg over the bone for 5 seconds, and then release. If a noticeable dent remains in the skin, that's called pitting edema. Also check if your shoes or rings have suddenly gotten tighter. This is another warning that your body is having trouble metabolizing fluids. 1. Foamy urine. Many people get a twinge of anxiety when they see foam in the toilet after urinating, but they quickly reassure themselves, it's just because I'm standing too high, or my urine stream is too strong, or I ate a lot of greasy food recently. We repeatedly dismiss this important warning. Remember this from now on. Protein in the urine caused by kidney disease has very distinct foam characteristics. First, the foam is usually very fine and dense, like the thick white foam on top of a beer, not a few large bubbles that quickly break. Second, it's very persistent and sticky. After 10, 20, or even 30 minutes, you might still see tiny bubbles clinging to the toilet bowl. Normal urine foam is usually larger, irregular, and disappears quickly with a flush. If your urine consistently has this kind of small, persistent foam, it's a sign that the kidneys have sprung a leak. The kidneys aren't able to retain proteins, and they are being continually lost in the urine. Okay, we've covered all 10 warning signs. I want to stress that many of these aren't unique to kidney disease. You don't need to panic if you have just one symptom. But if you have 2 or 3, you're feeling extra fatigued, your blood pressure is high, and you have foamy urine, then your body is shouting for help. Seek immediate care from a nephrologist to get a checkup. Don't delay. Now that we know the warning signs, we've taken the first step. But even more frightening is that some health concepts that we embrace in our daily lives are actually accelerating our kidneys' descent into failure. Next, I'm going to expose 3 widely believed myths. Each one could be deadly. Myth 1. Low sodium. Salt and light soy sauce are healthier because they have less sodium. People with kidney problems should eat more of them. Friends, open your eyes and imprint this in your mind for people with impaired kidney function. This idea is the most malicious lie in the world. Why check the ingredients on that low-sodium salt or light soy sauce? You'll find that they lower the sodium level by substituting some of the sodium chloride with potassium chloride. For healthy adults, more potassium helps balance sodium in the body and stabilize blood pressure, which is good. But for people with impaired kidney function, eating these products is the same as pouring poison into your body. Our kidneys are the primary organs responsible for filtering excess potassium. If the kidneys are only working at 50% or 40%, their ability to excrete potassium decreases significantly. If you still think low sodium is good, and eat high potassium, low sodium salt, or light soy sauce, potassium will continue to accumulate in the body, leading to deadly hyperkalemia. How deadly is hyperkalemia? Potassium ions are like weak electrical currents that control the beating of heart muscle cells. If the current is too strong, it will short-circuit the heart. In mild cases, this causes muscle weakness and limb numbness. In severe cases, it causes severe arrhythmia, even sudden cardiac arrest. This isn't fear-mongering. Emergency rooms are full of patients who ate healthy salt that the family bought with good intentions and ended up being rushed in for emergency treatment in the middle of the night. So please tell all of your friends and relatives, especially if you have elderly people or kidney patients in your family, that you absolutely cannot buy suspicious types of healthy salt. People with kidney problems should steer clear of anything labeled low sodium, as if it were a venomous snake. Myth 2. If your kidneys are unhealthy, you should drink less water or even no water. This will reduce the burden on your kidneys. This sounds logical, right? It's half right and half wrong, and the wrong part can be extremely dangerous. We must clarify restricting water intake is for patients in the mid-late stages of kidney failure who have severe edema or heart failure. Doctors will give strict orders, and the amount of water allowed per day is calculated precisely based on the patient's weight, urine output, and other data. But for most patients with early mid-stage kidney disease, and for all healthy people, this concept is completely wrong and will backfire. Water is the kidney's best friend. It's a free cleaner that helps the kidneys detoxify. Think about it. The waste the body produces every day through metabolism and the toxins in the medicine you take all need enough water to be diluted, then flushed out through urine. If you deliberately reduce your water intake out of fear, your urine output will also decrease, and the urine will become very concentrated, immediately raising the toxin levels in it. It's like a river that's about to be blocked. Instead of flushing it out with water, you turn off the faucet upstream. This doesn't protect the kidneys. It greatly increases the risk of kidney stones and even causes further ischemic damage due to insufficient blood flow, accelerating the deterioration of kidney function. It's like an engine that's about to overheat. Instead of adding coolant to it, you drain the water from the tank. The engine will only smoke and burn faster. So, remember this, unless your doctor has clearly told you to limit water intake, be sure to drink enough clean water every day. Myth 3. I see many miracle herbal medicines and energy therapies online and on TV that claim to reverse kidney failure and are supported by tens of thousands of testimonials. The government's dialysis expenditure has even gone down. This must be true. Friends, you need to be alert. I'm here to tell you, in the most serious and responsible way, that so far in all orthodox medical research around the world, any method that claims to reverse chronic kidney failure is a 100% fraud. Why am I so sure? You have to understand two completely different medical concepts: acute kidney injury and chronic kidney disease. Acute kidney injury is like a computer that suddenly crashes. It might be caused by taking the wrong medicine, severe dehydration, or sudden infection. But as long as these causes are eliminated in time and treated properly, kidney function has a good chance of recovery. This is like restarting the computer, you can still use it. Siri. But chronic kidney disease is when the kidneys are chronically attacked for years or even decades by diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and gout, causing the renal glomeruli to harden one by one, necrotize, and eventually atrophy. This is like breaking a computer hard drive with a hammer. The data can never be recovered. A shrunken and hardened kidney cannot grow back. This is a consensus of modern medicine. Those unfilial businesses like to take instances of acute kidney injury recovery and sneakily use them to package a medical miracle in which chronic kidney failure is reversed. They exploit alarming data, such as the billions spent on dialysis annually, to create anxiety and distrust of existing medical systems, and then they take the opportunity to sell their expensive, ineffective products that may contain unclear ingredients that will further damage the kidneys. One of their favorite things to say is, "Western medicine has given up on you. I'm your last hope." Remember this when facing disease. True hope always comes from scientific evidence and professional medical care, not fabricated miracles. After exposing these harmful lies, we can finally get on the right path to truly protecting our kidneys. Protecting the kidneys isn't complicated, and you don't need to buy expensive supplements. Remember these guidelines, a diet strategy, and 2 simple lifestyle habits. This is a prescription from kidney doctors and the most effective way to protect your kidneys. First is the diet strategy, which follows the following 3 principles. The first is to limit protein. We used to think that when your body is weak, you need to eat more protein to get enough nutrition. This concept is true for healthy people, but for patients whose kidneys are already declining. Too much protein produces large amounts of wastes, such as urea and nitrogen, which need to be excreted through the kidneys, thus increasing their workload. But this doesn't mean that you shouldn't eat any protein at all. Rather, eat it sparingly and intelligently. Choose protein sources that the body can easily use, such as eggs, fish, chicken tofu, and soy milk. Based on your kidney function, your doctor and a professional nutritionist will tell you exactly how many servings you can eat per day. The second principle is to limit high phosphorus foods. Too much phosphorus in the body not only causes itchy skin, but more terribly, it steals calcium from our bones, making our bones as fragile as cookies and easily fractured. At the same time, it causes calcification of our blood vessel walls, making them hard and brittle, greatly increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. Which foods are high phosphorus? Almost all processed foods, such as sausage ham, bacon, meat floss, and meatballs, as well as animal organs, yeast, and popular soft drinks, are high in phosphorus. Avoid these as much as possible. The third principle is to limit high potassium foods. As we have discussed in detail, hyperkalemia is deadly, so we must be careful with foods that are high in potassium, such as bananas, kiwis, cantaloupes, cherry tomatoes, soups, and energy boosters. Kidney patients must avoid these. I'll teach you a very practical tip. If you are a kidney patient and want to eat vegetables, you can first wash the vegetables, cut them into small pieces, and then quickly boil them in a pot of boiling water for 3 under 5 minutes. Then, pour out all of the water that was boiled. You can then stir-fry or cook the vegetables that have been boiled. This simple action can effectively help most of the potassium ions to be lost into the water, allowing you to get the nutrients of vegetables while being at peace. However, fruits such as apples, pears, and grapes have relatively low potassium content, so you can enjoy them in moderation and with peace of mind. The last principle is to limit sodium intake. This has been emphasized repeatedly. Strictly control the amount of salt, soy sauce, MSG, and oyster sauce you use when cooking. Stay away from preserved products such as pickles, canned foods, and instant noodles. Controlling sodium intake is crucial for stabilizing blood pressure and improving edema. See that the methods for protecting your kidneys are all on your dinner table and in your life. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You just need to put in a little more thought. And that little bit of thought will get you priceless health in return. Besides diet, there are 2 important lifestyle habits. The first is regular exercise. I highly recommend that you exercise at least 5 times a week, 30 minutes each time, and do moderate intensity aerobic exercise such as brisk walking, jogging, swimming, and cycling. Regular exercise can help us very effectively control blood pressure and blood sugar, improve blood circulation throughout the body, and reduce the burden on the kidneys. It has countless benefits for the kidneys. The second is to be cautious when taking baths. Taking a warm bath or applying heat to your lower back can indeed help relax tight muscles, promote local blood circulation, and make you feel comfortable, but you must clearly remember that this should only be used as a supplementary relaxation method. It is not a treatment. The water temperature should not be too high. About 100 Fahrenheit is fine. The time should not be too long. It should be controlled within 15 minutes at best. Most importantly, be sure to get up slowly when getting out of the bath to prevent postural hypotension. This is a way to enjoy life and relax your body and mind, but don't expect it to cure the disease. So, we've talked about the kidney's most dangerous silent nature, all the way to the 10 most important warning signs it sends. We have also used the sword of science to cut off those 3 deadly health lies that have been circulating for so long. Lastly, we have also learned the golden rules that can truly protect our kidneys. I ask that you engrave this statement deeply in your heart once more. At the end of this video, the chronic kidney disease killer's most powerful weapon is its silence, and the only way we can defeat it is to actively attack and break the silence. From now on, don't use the vague, unreliable feeling to judge your health. Take action immediately. Pick up the phone and schedule a checkup for yourself and your family. This small action, this simple request, may be the most crucial step in changing the fate of the rest of your life. We worked hard all our lives and gave everything for our families and careers for the sake of having a healthy, stable, and high-quality later life. Don't let ignorance and procrastination become the ticket to the dialysis center that you can't return. Now that you have learned these valuable things today, you have become a health protector in your family. Please share this video with everyone you love, and remind your husband, wife, and parents to include kidney function tests on the annual checklist, because one person's health is the greatest happiness for the whole family. I wish each of our friends can have healthy and strong kidneys, have peace of mind, stay away from the hospital, and always have a smile on their faces. I wish you and your family health and longevity, peace and joy. See you next time.